We are deep in 2024 right now, and you most likely are having a big crisis. What happened to my goals that I set for myself for this year? Where are we? Why am I here? Why am I not even close to finishing and accomplishing these goals? And I can relate to you because I am in the same way. But in this process of goal setting, I've learned how to goal set. I've learned things to do. I've learned what to do as far as how to accomplish my goals in the most um, successful and most probable way I can, right? And so I want to share a few things that I've learned over the years. But in general, I want to tell you what I've learned. You take it as you will, take it with a grain of salt. And really, really dedicate your focus right now to this video, because this video might be the video that can help you change your mindset. And I don't know everything. I'm not an expert, but I have studied goal setting and scheduling and making calendars and productivity for, I would say, about 5 years, because I've been very obsessed with it. And so, hey, hear me out. Let's talk about how to set goals, okay? People fail to accomplish their goals, their most ambitious goals, because they don't set them in the first place. They don't write them down. That's one reason why people fail. You're gonna fail at going towards a certain place if you don't aim towards going to that certain place, right? But another reason why people fail at accomplishing their goals is because there isn't clarity and there is not a clear game plan for their goals. It is not clear. It is very vague, and it gives you a lot of opportunities for you to fail at it, because hey, if it wasn't clear, I could just procrastinate and do it another day, right? And so, what do I mean? When I say people fail to give a good game plan and to give a clarity-driven game plan, what I mean is they don't break down their goals in a very specific way, and they don't break down what actions they have to do to accomplish their goals, because every goal requires an action. One thing I can say is clarity is your best friend, okay? Now, also, this is more important. Clarity is your best accountability partner. It is your best chance to accomplish your goals, your accountability partner. And now, let me explain in a bit, okay? But let's say, right, you have a goal, and your goal is, my goal is to go to the gym consistently. That is my goal. There's no clarity in that goal. Now, let me give you the right goal to make, all right? And I keep looking at my screen because I have a little bit of notes I wrote down, right? But the correct way is, my goal for this year is to lose 40 pounds by going to the gym 3 to 4 times a week and eat less than 2,000 calories per day with one cheat meal per week. That is a way more defined, clear goal. And what happens is, when you don't feel like doing the things you need to do for that goal, you can look at that goal and say, wait, if I go to the gym twice this week, I didn't follow that. But because it was clear, because it was full of clarity, you're kind of forced to follow it. Otherwise, you have to be able to say, I didn't follow the plan I made. Versus if you go out and live throughout the whole year, and the end of the year comes, and you ask yourself, was I consistent to the gym? I was, but in reality, you just went once a week. Well, I was consistent. I went every week. Yeah, but your goal wasn't defined clearly. So you made wiggle room for you to justify you being mediocre in your goal, right? And so clarity is your accountability partner. And also, I recommend you being realistic with your goals, but I also recommend you, ready, to aim for bigger if it makes practical sense. If it makes practical sense, and you break it down, and you see you could aim for something bigger because you're able to do more, do it. Why stop yourself for something bigger? Why stop yourself for even more success for the year? Why? And let me explain what I mean by break it down. I mean, this is what I do, okay? Follow it if you want, but what I do is, at the end of every year, I make the goals for the whole year. So I make goals for 2024 goals. And what I do is I break those goals down into goals for each quarter. I have Q1 goals, Q2 goals, Q3 goals, and Q4 goals. And then what I do is, for every quarter, I'll break it down into monthly goals. So Q1, January goals, February goals, March goals. Okay, and what happens is now that I have, let's say for example, right, January goals. Now that it's January, every month I'm gonna break down those goals. Okay, these are the goals for January. You're gonna break it down into weekly, not goals, weekly inputs. Inputs is a specific task you have to do. Okay, so my goal for January is to lose 5 pounds. And so what happens is I'm gonna make the exact inputs I need to do in order to lose those 5 pounds, right? So the goal is the vision, the inputs are the exact task you have to do. And so that's what I kind of do. I break it down. Okay, every week I have to do this, go these many times at the gym, eat this much calories maximum, and etc. Okay, so break it down, guys. But I like I was saying, be realistic with your goals, but also be ambitious. Make them bigger if you're able to. And there's just one thing you guys probably know about it if you click this videos, because you probably know a lot about productivity. It's the Parkinson's law, right? It states work expands to fill the time available for its completion. Work expands to fill the time available for its completion. So if you give yourself 4 hours to complete your homework, it will take you 4 hours to complete it. Duh. If you give yourself 5 hours to edit a video, it's going to take you 5 hours to edit the video, right? If you give yourself 1 week to finish some documents, it's going to take you 1 week to finish those documents, right? And what happens is you just naturally as a human tend to do that. And so the name of the game is cut the time by half or even a quarter. Because most likely, if you go full on, you might be able to do it. Test it. You never know. Just test it. But cut the game in half or in a quarter. That will save you so much. If you cut everything by half, you're doing twice as much as work. It's as simple as that. And so one more thing I want to say is you have time for anything, but not everything. Okay, you have time for anything you want to do, but you don't have time for everything you want to do. It's a game of sacrifice. Guys, this life is a game of making the hard choice. The hard choice to pick to do the things that matter the most. And I'm being realistic, and this is what I've learned. This is what many successful people have learned. You need to pick what you want to do the most. Because if you were to try to do everything you like in an excellent way, of course, right? I'm assuming you want to do everything in excellence. But if you were to try to do everything you like doing, you're going to be a 10%er in everything you do. I told my business partner that, hey, you know what? Because at some point I was kind of like lacking in my productivity and excellence with certain things I was doing in my company. And I told him, you know what? I don't know what's happening. I'm doing so much, but it doesn't feel like I'm getting a lot done. And it's because I'm doing 20 things at 10% instead of focusing on 5 things at 80%. And so that's one thing I've learned like so much, and a lot of people have learned too. But guys, the sooner you embrace that, the sooner you will be able to get stunning results from the things you actually end up choosing to do. Choosing your goals is more than just dreaming about it. It is setting a specific game plan for the things that matter the most in a specific way, broken down into actionable steps. That is one thing I can say. If you want me to make more in-depth videos about goal setting, I'm down to do it. But I hope I explain myself in a decent way. Not sure. Let me know if you have any video recommendations as far as having a better life as a Christian. I'm a Christian. I make Christian videos, but also entrepreneurship, productivity, success, life development, etc. Nice to meet you guys. My name is Gilberto Maldonado, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye-bye.